Alright, so I think I'm probably gonna get a bit real and raw here, by more than I have in a long time. Definitely on this page, I think. I'm more raw and real about something that I've mostly kept to myself along this journey. I had a interaction last night where somebody I thought was a brother came at me real hard and actually sent a curse my way, saying that the ground I walk on isn't safe for me anymore, and that my fall was imminent or something like that. And two thoughts were, it ain't been safe. I mean, it has and it hasn't, but it dang sure hasn't felt like it, and that's exactly what I was bringing up with him. As I sit here next to a love bomb, that in my cleaning away, I'm working with lust, that sick sexual stuff, that a man thinks he can put his hands on you anytime. And that's what had happened, and it's happened a lot. It didn't happen with him, but it happened with somebody he introduced me to, and stayed at their house for a while, and then as I'm giving a hug, grinds himself on me and tries to bite my boobs. And yeah, this is supposed to be, somebody that's so spiritual and so powerful. And I left before the man got up the next day, and I haven't talked to him since. And I asked that he be talked to about it, and I got told that that's just what men do, and they just get a little confused sometimes. And I called that out. I said, I was sexually assaulted, and if you don't say something, you condone it. And the response was back that I was wrong, all of this cursing me. And then I see posts by other people going through this, and I've got friends out there that wander as a woman traveler, and we all have to deal with this. That somebody else can do what they want to with our bodies, and we're just supposed to that we're to take it, and we're not. I put my foot down. This is it. What I wound up, I called Stoney in New Zealand and talked to him, because and he said, no, nobody has a right to talk to you that way. And everybody's always talked to me that way. And anytime I've stood up for myself, I've been exiled, or cut off, threatened, and had to walk around with this fear. And I took a walk today, and it was there, like he fed me some fear. And I was feeling safe here. But that threat, and that's what my sister friend's been going through, people who going, shouldn't you be afraid? Shouldn't you be afraid? And trying to make you afraid. And we shouldn't have to walk around here. And I don't like the word should, but fuck, we really need to stop having to walk around here in fear. I have to work so hard to hold the courage to walk through all the fears. I go up to the store and somebody's like, oh, pointing at my boobs. I stopped on the way up at the water, at this place where the waters are so stagnant, and this little place under this, it used to be where the waste came out, and it's so icky and creepy under there, and I just had to come and do this love bomb and this video about getting rid of that, clearing that from our collective, clearing this mind parasite that feeds us this, we got to be afraid, and then feeds the other side that they can do what they want to or makes them want to cause us fear. Like, let's get ahead of this. Like, and I walked anyway, and I kept facing that. And there's a really cool story about the rabbit and the eye walker about fear. And I'll put a link in the comments and to the story. I choose to be the eye walker, not the rabbit. I'm not running away from my fears. I'm standing right here and facing them and feeling them and admitting them. And they're real. Like when I go to a guy's house, like I've trusted some of these elders and wind up with them groping me. And then or insisting upon the fact that I should want to fuck them. And then all of a sudden I don't have a roof over my head because I won't put out. That started in high school, like this put out or get out freaking thing. Yeah, it's your house and you make the rules, but don't make a trap. Lure women into it, and they get pissed because we say no. I want some non-sexual touch, some non-sexual friendships, some brothers that'll freaking stand up and call out other men for this. Have the courage to stand up and say, stop this. That's not okay. Because that's the only success I've ever had with it, is when a brother stands up and says, hey dude, like that ain't okay. If it's just my voice, it generally doesn't stop, or it dang sure doesn't flip or transmute into where they've seen something, we've both grown from it, and boundaries are now known and respected, and consent is honored, and yeah. You need the brothers standing up, the sisters standing together. We got some jacked up stuff around sex too, so I ain't saying we don't. Like, I used to use my sexual powers and all of this, but like that ain't been it. That ain't been it. Like, I've made it clear, like, I'm your sister, and then they still grope me. Like, so I want to clear incest in this particular love bomb. And may we see each other as brothers and sisters, and mothers and sons, and grandmothers and grandchildren, and aunties first, like, before we start throwing this sex stuff into it. Stop sexualizing our children. Desexualize ourselves. I mean, shoot, if they're passing all these blasted abortion bills, right? Maybe we should, like, lay off the sex for a while until we can get it where it's right, and we're back to sacred sexuality. I always look at all this stuff and I try to see, I work hard to see it in a positive light somehow, how it's flipping around to the positive, but yeah, I don't see any good from this hypersexuality, sick sexuality, lust, groping, fucking not standing up for people that say, hey, I was this was not right. I don't know how many times I've been convinced, literally convinced, like I bought it, that it was my fault. That it was my fault somehow. That they wanted to put their hands on me. Because they've been putting their hands on me since I was a little girl. And I know so many of you know what I'm feeling right now. And I cry these tears, and I feel these feelings, and I remember for all of us here on the heart chakra of Maui, in front of this traveler's pole, and these wishes that come true for all of us. This is done, and it stops. And I've gotten to be upfront and personal with it coming out in so many. And walking this path of renunciation without relying on sex to get a roof over my head and stuff like that. I did that when I was young. And I have not done that. I've fallen in some mud puddles, and I've done some things just to get myself through the night, to keep from getting hurt worse. Just to live another day, right? Just to live another day. And I'm getting where that doesn't show up in my surroundings, and I am drawing to me men that won't let that go on around me or to me, and who stand up for me, and who believe in me, and what I'm doing, and who I am, and what I seek to embody here, and they protect that. There's thorns that face the right way out of the rose, that protect the rose, not try to kill the rose. And I'm just the divine feminine trying to show up here and love them. And all they want to do is fuck me. It hurts, brother. Stop it. Stop it. Say you're sorry. Mean it. And hold each other and yourselves accountable. Sisters, stop it. Stop all the games around it. The sexualizing. May all of you find some good, strong, freaking masculine that'll walk beside you and protect you the way my Tanafai did, Poporito, with me. And without that, and without Stony, and without some of these Kanaka men around here that have shown me what true masculine looks like, an honoring of the feminine, and holding her in high regard as precious, I wouldn't even now know that the other was so wrong, because that's all I'd ever experienced before. But I didn't know. Nobody's ever had my back. Until recently. And I'm only beginning to get where I feel like I can trust that. And to get where I have that showing up on the outside of me in safe spaces for the most part. But boy, have I danced with that particular devil. So, I cry. And I also celebrate grief and praise. Both sides of it, baby, and I praise the men that love and protect their daughters. I was talking to one of the Kanaka men here, and he was saying what he did when his daughter got a little wild, and he just always went out and looked for her and loved her and brought her back home with his love. And didn't have that. But I can reset my somatic body by being around men that are like that. And I'm so grateful that there are some. There are some. So precious, precious jewels. So if you've got one in your life, if you know of one, if you come across one, if you see even somebody displaying a little bit of this, encourage them, honor it, speak it out, that it's special and it's needed. And I'm doing my part for it to be here for all of us. So I think that's it. I'm gonna go sit in the sun for a bit. I'll show you the love bomb here. I'm gonna go love. This one's a bit gray and brown. I'm not sure of the significance, but today I found Minnie Mouse on the road. Maybe some of that Disney pedophilia. Oh, and here I took, these were gifts from these encounters that were a little off. So what I did last night is bury them in the dirt at the base of the big mango tree, and now I'm going to leave them out here in the love bomb overnight, and then I'll wash them in the river or the waterfall. Hopefully I get there. I'll get to one sooner or later, and maybe in the sea, because we're talking about maybe going to the drum circle on Sunday, because it'll be my last Sunday here in Maui, at least this trip, because next Saturday I fly off and go to Big Island, and we'll switch from working with the heart chakra to working with the root chakra. So yeah, we'll go out here into the sun, and you gotta go get you some sun. Go. Got the sun. We'll go to the water. I'll let you watch for a little while. All the colors change. This is my favorite time of day here. Come down here, these 3 big, huge mango trees. And the waters that egrets come in at night. And the mosquitoes get a little bad though. So, and there's my little spot to watch the flashing of the light on the water. That's love. The light loves the water. Loved it so much that it brought it to life. And we are water vessels. Skin. Water with skin. Combination of the water and the earth. Thank you if you watched this far. I really appreciate you you tapping so deep, going so deep with me. And Aloha.